Hello guys, this is Spicy, and this is a review on the Bandai high-grade Gundam Seed 1/44 scale Dom Trooper. So this set is part of the Gundam Seed universe. It's actually kind of interesting to see that in the Seed universe there are grunt suits based on the Xeon suits from the Universal Century. There's the Zaku's obviously, and then there's a Goof, and now there's a Dom. So yeah, these are very iconic. The iconic motorized Xeon mobile suits. The Dom itself is actually supposedly allying with the good guys. Believe they're the faction is called Terminal, and these three pilots three exact same version of the Dom Trooper, and they go and fight the other faction with the Zaku's and Goofs. Now, also very interesting, the Dom Troopers are also seen in the Gundam Build Fighters. This one, three of these went up against the amazing Camper Amazing. So that's very interesting. Let's take a look at the box real quick. This kit was released in 2005, making this kit about 13 years old. Here's some pictures of the Dom Trooper. Obviously, you can see some very different, major differences. Now, the bazooka is actually molded in this light gray color, and so is a beam saber. That is not true for the actual kit, so it's kind of misleading. Also, the beam saber is supposed to be, I guess, pinkish or reddish, but it comes in this color because it's on the same runner as the shield. Okay, so the DOM actually are called, it's an acronym for Dauntless Obliterator Magnificent. It's not the same, the DOM isn't called that in the Universal Century. It's not an acronym, it's just called DOM. So that's actually very interesting. Original retail price, 1,500 yen. And they also have different names for the weapons. So let's see. First off, we have some decals right here. You can build three, I guess, variant of this suit, even though they look exactly the same based on the pilot. So we got the female pilot right here, she's number 3. I guess we got the team leader here, that's number 9, and then we got number 4 for this other guy, number 4. So I use number 9 for this one, and there's also a fairly large sheet of foil stickers, which is not always a good thing. And take a look at the pictures. This kit, to be honest, it's got some issues, but there has been some very negative reviews about it on YouTube. I personally think it's not that bad, but there's definitely some stuff to discuss. So yeah, you can also use the accessories, compatible parts with the Blaze Zaku Phantom. You can use a backpack, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, here's the assembly instruction. It's pretty straightforward. It's not really something that complicated, and you can build 3 versions if you decided to buy 3 of these. Okay, so let's talk about the accessories real quick. This one does come with action base. Well, some sort of a very common stand that we see in a lot of kits. So this bump up the price to anywhere between 18 to 20 US dollars. So yeah, because it's got the stand. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this one before, so there's really not much to talk about it here. And we have the beam bazooka here. This one is I think it's called it's got a very interesting name. I forgot what it's called, but basically the top is a regular bazooka that fires bazooka ammunition or rocket launcher ammunition, fires like rockets, and on the bottom here, this port here fires beams, so it has multiple uses. And we have the adjustable sight up here, and then we also have a handle so it can be wielded with both hands. Also got the attachment point here, so you can attach this to the back of the back skirt. There we go. So yeah, and the beam saber is just called the enhanced beam saber. Now this shield has a very interesting name, and I don't know, I forgot the first part of it. It's something called the Fogor, or something. Yeah, like yes, Fulgor, like the thing from Killer Instinct. So it's some sort of a beam shield. And if you guys are familiar with beam shield, basically this is a beam emitter, and it just focuses the eye field to create a energy shield that prevents it from getting damaged from energy-based weapons. So it's pretty cool. We got two of these connection points right here. You can also remove this one if you want to put the beam shield onto that side. And basically it's just pretty simple. This piece slots into the slot on the this effect part, and then you just plug it into the arm like so. Now it is a little bit difficult if you put these into the forearm. The best way to do it is remove this whole entire section. Just pop that out and then pop this out from the inside. So yeah, that's that. Now let's get to the negative part about this review first. So as you can see, we have two open hands, two different type of open hands, and the hands are attached via this new mechanism here. Instead of using like a regular ball joint that goes into the arm, they make you attach ball joint polycap. Yeah, this technology is not good. It's to be frank, it's very stupid, and I don't know why they had to do this for this kit. So that's one negative point. A lot of reviewers have been pointing out that this back skirt tend to fall off very easily. Now I don't have any issue with mine, but I have seen several people having this back skirt just falling off just from touching it. So that's a common issue. I think Bandai may have fixed it, but you never know. It's I guess on the luck of the draw. Also, the part fitment, it's not so great. Basically, no matter what I do on this lower leg, there's always seems to be this gaping seam line right there. I actually had to glue. I had to use cement, the plastic cement, to seal this piece right here because it has a humongous gap, and no matter how hard I press on it, it would not, snap together properly. So I ended up having to glue that part. So I was a little bit disappointed. Now, what's really good about this kit is that the look of this kit is a Dom with like very sleek proportions. I mean, usually Doms are very bulky and they just look kind of chubby or stocky. This one has like that look, with a slimmer body, larger legs, and more proportionate arms and shoulders. But Bandai actually has made a Dom that has very similar proportion to this one. It's the Dom test type on the Gundam Origins kit, and that, in my honest opinion, that's probably the best version of the Dom to get if you're into a Dom that has like sleeker, more more sleeker proportions. But no, this one is still pretty decent in terms of looks. My only huge complaint about this kit is the design, and I think it's not very well designed, to be honest with you guys. It's got some really serious problems. So anyway, mine isn't super flimsy, and it looks okay. So anyway, let's talk about the articulation. And so the front skirt can move up and down individually, so that's a plus. So you can articulate the side skirt, and the hips is just on this old style ball joint to polycap thing. We do have the little tab here that reveals the connection point for the action base. I'm actually not going to put this guy on the action base ever, so yeah. So let's put that back in there, and you can articulate these thruster ports on the back skirt individually, which is pretty nice. As Dom goes, all the Doms and all the Even the Dryson has like all these thrusters on the inner leg. So yeah, they're designed for hovering combat. And if you see all these are red and black ports right there, you have to paint all of that in. You only get the foil sticker to wrap around this part, and everything else is going to be purple. If you want it to be, box accurate or anime accurate, you do need to paint in all these individual details, which could be quite a pain. It's not fun. And yeah, I painted in all the thrust supports as well. My friend offered me some silver Gundam marker to paint in the feet, but it ended up looking kind of bad, so I ended up just using the foil sticker for the toes. Yeah, this could be a separate piece, but I guess Bandai just got kind of cheap with these Gundam Seed kits. There's a lot of complaints on the internet about these Gundam Seed kits apparently. So just be aware of that. You do have to paint all the detail on the skirt as well, right here and right there. So a lot of painting. It's pretty paint intensive if you want it to look accurate. But mostly just on the lower body and the thrusters. Yeah, that all you have to paint all of that in if you want it to look accurate to the box art. All right, and I was supposed to be talking about articulation and I'm some ranting about it. Okay, we do have double jointed knee right there. And then we have this flap right here that you can articulate up and down. And then we have the hinge for the feet. And then the feet can rotate because it's on the ball joint. The waist section, you're not going to get much articulation out of that. Matter of fact, if you put your hand on the back skirt and you're trying to articulate this, that is when the back skirt will kind of come loose and fall off. I just noticed that right away. I was holding onto the back skirt and I was trying to rotate the torso, and I hear the back skirt coming loose. So, yeah, I guess that's a known issue. And then we have the we don't have ab crunch whatsoever because of the way it's designed. So the articulation for the waist is really hindered. The head is on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can move it up and down like that. You can look up, look down, rotate. Obviously hindered by the colors, but it's pretty good for a Dom. This is pretty decent. Yeah, and the shoulder armor is a separate piece, so that connects to this peg, and it's actually connect inside via another ball joint polycap. So that's like a very interesting design, but it's not really that great. The arm can go perpendicular like that. We do have the bicep swivel, and then we have a single bent elbow. And then we have the ball joint polycap in here. It's not very good, to be honest with you. And that's pretty much it. In order to wield a weapon, you do have to take apart the hands like that. The beam saber effect, the mist color beam saber effect can come off. So we got a beam saber right here. The beam saber can be plugged into the back of the backpack like that. So that's cool. And let's see, let's have him hold on to this beam bazooka beam bazooka combo thing. It's actually a really cool looking weapon. It just sits in the hand super loosely like that. Another complaint I have with these kit. And look, when you remove the hand, sometimes the ball joint doesn't want to come out, so it just ends up stuck in there, and then you ended up with two of these. So if you want to plug in these hands, you're gonna have to remove the ball joint and then stick it in there. Like, yeah, I don't really understand why they went with this design. It's not very good. Yeah, look, take a look at that. That can be very frustrating. Also, that kills the compatibility with like if you're gonna use like Jigen Bill knuckles and stuff with this kit, it's not gonna work. And yeah, look at that. That's another problem. So it's quite problematic, but it looks good. So yeah, I mean, if you're willing to deal with some possible issues with this kit, it does look good. So yeah, if you want to just keep it as a display piece, it's okay. Or if you consider doing some modification to make this kit better, definitely a good idea. Now it looks pretty awesome holding onto that beam bazooka combo. It's actually really nice. And oh, I forgot to mention, you also have to paint in the details on the shoulder. I mean, if you do a full detail of this kit, it's a very nice looking kit, and it's a very interesting take on the Dom. It's just unfortunate I cannot recommend this kit to everybody. Only purchase this kit if you like the look. You know, if you're into Gundam Seed and you need to have the full collection of mobile suits. And yeah, I mean, if you like Dom, you know, you're gonna probably buy it anyway because, you know, you want all the Dom in your collection. Yeah. So my final verdict, it's slightly below average. It's good, but you know, it's got issues. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I hope you guys find the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching.